The Knights of the Pork Pie Chronic.
Well, welcome to the. This is episode 2 of the Knights of the Pork Pie Chronic.
Yeah, thanks for having us around, Rich.
Yeah,
and making us a chai latte.
I know. No.
It's 5 o'clock on a Friday, and you give me bloody tea.
well,
What the?
yeah, but
That's not very rock and roll, is it?
No. But the thing is, though, Stu, this is like a podcast, a vlog thing on the cheap. Eventually, I will be able to buy
like a rider.
Backdrop or something.
Yeah, but like just a green screen, and then you can put any old bollocks on there, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
But then, would you be able to do that like live? So, say you had a green screen. No, you wouldn't be able to, would you?
Well, I tried, mate. We've been trying to go live, doing a live podcast, but it's just been a pure disaster.
Well, I've been here for about half an hour already.
No.
Watching you fart around with the computer that you.
Well, yeah. But anyway,
Look like one of those monkeys from the PG Tips trying to figure it out.
Well, yeah, that's it, mate. No, the thing is, right, like, I've got this real vision for doing these things, like, you know what I mean? It's just like having a discussion, talking about random things.
I think it's a good idea, mate. I like it, yeah.
But, once we get about 4 episodes in, then maybe we can afford to get a green screen.
4 deep, yeah.
4 deep.
4 viewers, if you're lucky.
But no. Well, this is a thing, innit? But no, so anyway, do you know what? The other day, I was watching Netflix.
Oh yeah,
I was watching Netflix.
Every day, man, every day.
Have you checked out the new Star Trek?
No, I don't watch that.
Mate.
I'm not really into sci-fi.
I know, but I just say, mate, it is well...
It's on Netflix?
Yeah, they've done, a revamped it again.
All right.
They went from Kirk to Picard, and now to some lady.
Oh, right.
I can't remember what her name is.
Well, that's the way it's all going now.
But it's good CGI, mine. I like CGI.
Do you... Well, I have to stop you there, because I can't stand the shit. CGI, drives me nuts in films.
Well, you've got to appreciate the skill behind it, though.
Oh, yeah, totally. But if I wanted to watch a cartoon, I'd just put it on, the kids' Netflix or something like that.
True. That is true, mate.
I don't know. I like to... For me, I like to see intrigue in a film. Good plot, storyline, well acted. I watched the Transformers the other day, and it was just it was half an hour of just BattleBots fighting or whatever.
Actually, that is a pretty mate. That's a pretty terrible film.
They did it well. I just
the CGI's good at it though.
Yeah, but it's just I don't really want to see it.
It's good in 4K.
It's like you might have a really long knob. That's very impressive, but I don't want to see it.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. No, I just been sort of thinking in my head, sort of about the how Netflix. I mean, do you know what's really funny? I was having a think about when I was a kid, many years ago, when we used to now you've got all Netflix, you've got all those sort of things. But when I was a kid,
well,
you're not much.
About the same.
About the same age. Yeah. My mum and dad used to take me out down the video shop, get a cassette.
Loved it.
And I'm talking about Killer Tomatoes, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, RoboCop.
Yeah, brilliant.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, my dad got me that one when I was about 8.
A real quality sort of they're just real quality films, but without the CGI.
Yeah, you know what? I actually, even if it's fake looking, the old special effects, it's kind of rubbish special effects, but they don't go overboard with it. Because it was so expensive to make. And they probably knew, well, it looks kind of fake, so let's keep the edit of it really short so it's more suggestive. This is where it's going overboard with CGI. Because they're so good at it, it's like, oh, look at me, put the CGI in, right? But the old special effects if you watch a sci-fi or horror film or something like that, the special effects were just few and far between, but just enough to kind of keep you entertained in it.
Yeah,
and know what's going on, right? Loved all those films. In fact, there's a good one on Netflix. And I would try to watch it again, but I always fall asleep watching Netflix films. So it takes me about a week to watch one film.
That's brilliant.
And if it's a series, I was watching Mindhunter, and it's I'll pick up where I left off. And it's on episode 8. I'm I didn't even get halfway through the first one. I just sat there and falling asleep through the lot. It's but it's the Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Oh,
what a film!
mate, that's classic, that is.
Killer Clowns from Outer
See, like, there's what do you prefer? Jim Henson special effects,
Yeah.
right? Obviously, you don't like CGI,
Well, I don't mind it. But,
right? You got Jim Henson CGI, and then you've got Thunderbirds.
Oh, what, like puppets, like on strings?
Yeah, well, that was a special. That was like a different sort of style of.
Yeah, well, it was the style, wasn't it? It was puppets. They weren't trying to be real people. It was just a way, because I don't know why it was like just a new way, wasn't it?
Well,
they wouldn't do that now, really.
No,
they did that film.
Which one?
But it was like a parody, wasn't it?
Yeah, but you mentioned all the effort, mate, to build. You got to build
America. Fuck yeah! What was it called?
What was it called? Team America.
Team America. Yeah, so that was
legendary. That's legendary.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
It's pretty based on the true life.
Yeah, I suppose.
Sort of.
Oh, satire, isn't it? Yeah, the middle one. What have you said?
CGI.
No, all right, the other one, the first one. What was the first one you said?
It was Jim Henson.
Jim Henson, yeah.
Oh, look, it's our dog.
Well, that's puppets as well. You've just said two lots of puppets.
She looks like a puppet.
Hello. But Tom Savini, he's... hello there. What's this one's called?
That's Millie.
Hello, Millie. Are you all right?
Millie, do you remember
Millie,
do you remember
the podcast.
Do you remember the group Millie Vanilli?
Yeah. She doesn't sing her own songs then.
No. She just sent like hounds a lot and wags her tail a lot.
Yeah. No, all right. Forget Jim Henson.
Hang on. Let me just say one thing about Jim Henson. One of my favourite things he ever did was I think it was Labyrinth, when the puppet pulls his eyeballs out of his head and starts juggling them.
Was that Jim Henson? That
was Jim Henson. I'm sure it was
brilliant.
Labyrinth. David Bowie. David Bowie.
Yeah, it's good. Good film. I like, even now, I think it's worth a watch. I've just put it on for my kids. Hoggle. He was found recently in like an old suitcase. He was rotten in the loft. Have you seen the picture? It's a mess. It's just like a corpse.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, it's pretty sad seeing him like that.
Because he was the best character in the Labyrinth.
Yeah.
David Bowie's finest work, that was.
Some of the purists would
Hang on,
say
mate.
that, but he's a great musician. I've never really got into him.
Oh, well, let me just let her out a minute. 2 seconds. Hold on, Stu. 2 seconds. I just got to let her out. Hang on. Go on then.
It's chai latte's all right, mate. You did well with it.
Yeah, I know, mate. You get a couple of. That's what you get when you come round here, mate.
Yeah.
But when I get my green screen, mate, we can
I was actually sorry to interrupt. What I was going to say is like 5 o'clock on a Friday. I was expecting a couple of cold suds in the fridge or something like that. You know.
Well, we can arrange that.
Yeah.
We can arrange that, but like this is a beginning.
Yeah, the green screen would work, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I think, but then again, I kind of want to do this like the podcast
keep
thing on the simple.
Oh, totally. That's what. And whenever I do a video, I try and do it as simple as I possibly can. Sometimes it means buying a few props in off Amazon or eBay for a few quid, but apart from that, you got the camera, the mic. Job done.
That's all you need, innit? Do you know what's really funny? I was thinking about what was that program on where they sit in front of the TV? Google Box or Goggle Box.
Good program.
Well, this is pretty much it, isn't it?
Yeah, but we're not watching anything.
We're watching each other, sort of.
Yeah, but it doesn't really. But again, the thing with that is it's good editing.
Yeah.
Because obviously they sit there watch all these programs and they just have to pick the best. And how many families have they gotten? Because sometimes you only see a couple of the families or whoever it is on there, maybe once or twice. For their screen time might be like 10-15 seconds out of a whole show, the whole episode.
Yeah.
Some of them get more attention, don't they? Like the two gay lads, they're on it quite a lot. Which
to be honest, I've only ever seen very small snippets of
mate,
it.
you got to watch it.
Yeah.
Is it still on?
I don't know.
I don't watch the telly.
It's not a bad thing.
I don't pay for a TV license, so I don't watch the telly. I don't like the BBC very much.
Well, they are a paedophile ring, aren't they?
Well, yeah, they protect the paedophiles. I'm not having it.
No. I gotta say, I don't really like. I never really liked it. Like the Great British Bake Off.
Yeah.
That thing. I don't know. I don't understand it.
Never seen it.
Well, it's not a bad thing, mate.
What is it?
I watched it once.
Cake making.
I think it's just like people like you get like these like rock star comedians, and they're like basically presenting it, narrating it, and they're like, oh look, you know, and it, you know, what was it? Who's the guy? The Noel Fielding.
Oh yeah,
yeah, well, he's presenting it now.
Is he in the Mighty Boosh?
Yeah, he's presenting it now, mate, and he doesn't even sound.
What?
Well, he doesn't even sound like he should do. He's really putting on this like real like thespian sort of like way about him, and
you know what? Sometimes I get bored. Like people like who's the other guy that was like that? Who's kind of all he's got his own way of talking, but there's a shelf life to it. Long hair, skinny lad.
Shelf life.
Yeah, like a shelf life to their presentation. You know,
okay.
Their whole
so
character in the media.
So who is this?
I'm terrible at names, man. The only film title I know is The Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
You sound like you're talking about Conan, but like on an anorexic Conan.
Yeah, no, he's long hair, London guy. He was a TV presenter. He might even do
Nick Knowles.
Yeah, no.
Because he had long hair. Oh,
yeah.
Are you thinking about or he just do changing rooms and stuff?
No.
Lawrence
Llewellyn and Bowen.
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't matter, innit? No, I can't. Let me go. I'll tell you what. I want to go back.
I forgot his name now. I know.
I know, but I want to talk about go back to the Jim Henson again.
Henson.
Yeah, sorry, I got a bit of a tangent there. Yeah. No, see, Jim Henson, he did the Muppet Show, didn't he? And I think his son took over the business and tried carrying on. But I don't know. Maybe it's like a dying sort of like art form, maybe because you don't see many movies.
No,
using them.
Well, it's all hardware, isn't it? Now it's all software. You know, it's much easier to sit.
I bloody blame Toy Story.
Well, this is it, because if that computer generated animation wasn't there, you'd have to do the Jim Henson kind of stuff. And there's something more magical about it. I don't know if we're saying that because we're being retrospective, you know, and looking at it from. You know, our childhood and you know, missing the past. I don't know. If you ask kids now, what do they think of those types of films? Like if
I don't know.
Bill and Ben, which is before my time, and they're like,
lob.
Is it?
That's why I used to talk like.
But would you watch that?
Of course I would.
Black and white bollocks.
If I was a stoner, yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I would love it. Weed. That's what that was. It was because that's what they used to do. They used to go flubber lubber, and the other one would go blubber lubber lub, and then you had the little sunflower in the background going. Wee. I mean, I'm funny.
Bag of shite. This is that's probably BBC as well then, because
it was BBC.
All the children's BBC programs were weird.
Yeah.
All of them.
Actually, Magic Roundabout, mate.
Is that BBC?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that was like an acid trip, mate, on for kids.
What's the guy's name? I keep on wanting to think Richard, but it's not Richard.
I don't know. I don't know.
I got totally blank. I can see him. He's got like a funny voice, funny London voice. He fancies himself as a bit of a throwback to like a Dickensian.
Oh, I know the guy you're on about.
He goes after all the banks and everything.
Is he on the QI?
No, he might be.
I don't know. There's a guy with.
Why do you always refer to like what's on telly? I don't watch the.
I know. I'm just trying to think. Who he is. Oh, it don't matter anyway.
It does, because it's bothering me.
Well,
he came to prominence because he was presenting a Big Brother show, like Big Brother's Little Brother.
Big Brother's Little Brother.
Yeah, and he's been in a couple of films, and he's like a stand-up comedian. And I don't know what he does now. He's into all the Hare Krishna stuff. Like you, there's a Buddha look.
Yeah. That's my wife's.
Oh yeah. So you're not a Buddhist.
I don't believe in anything.
Oh,
I think you got
podcasts.
Well, I do believe.
Just don't believe in Joe Rogan because he's a shill.
Mate, I do believe in Jedi.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Fourth biggest religion in the world.
I think the Jedi is the power of the universe, which I think is God.
Do you know what? I remember, this is a little bit on Star Trek, but it's not Star Trek, Star Wars.
Yeah.
Going back years ago, when I was a kid, I remember this. All I wanted was a Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted, mate, for thing. And this might sound really.
I've got one in my mum and dad's loft. If you want to play with it,
oh, mate.
I'll lend you.
Honestly, that's all I wanted. And I remember, and I thought, Christmas was coming, and I thought, oh, like, oh, this is so exciting. And I got to Christmas Day, and then I got Castle Grayskull. Which is a great present.
Toy.
But I was, mate. Yeah. I genuinely thought that's what I was getting. I was devastated for like a good couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couple of years. Not a couple of hours.
No, a couple of years.
Did you play with Grayskull?
Yeah, I used to just get the what's his name? Two Face was Manny Face.
Is that the one where it swiveled the face?
No, he was round? He had like a bell end of a helmet.
Yeah, and the face swivels round inside.
I think that's the one. No, I don't know. But anyway,
I can't remember.
I used to get the little. It was like a throne. I used to just drop them through the trap door, mate.
But isn't it funny? Like He-Man lived in Castle Grayskull, did he? It wasn't Skeletor. Was
he did. Yeah, he lived in with it was the.
So I think there's a bit of sub story. I think it was probably Skeletor's, and he wasn't paying his mortgage, so He-Man came in and repossessed it.
Something like that. No, it was the Sorcerer, wasn't it?
Oh,
but anyway, but the funny thing about that was when I used to watch that, going back to like what things were like back a few years ago.
What's that guy's name?
Mate, I used to remember. Do you remember that really good animation when He-Man used to run, and it was like fluid animation. Yeah. I actually like watched the He-Man movie not long back.
The actual movie with Dolph Lundgren.
No, the animation.
Oh, the animation.
Secret of the Sword or whatever it was called. Mate, the animation is terrible. You honestly totally destroyed my dreams of remembering how good.
I can't even remember it. But the film's alright with Dolph Lundgren.
Oh, Dolph Lundgren's amazing in it.
You know what? Look, we have moved on. I know you like your CGI. We've got other things going on now, saying that, I actually looked on YouTube the other day. I got lost in... I can remember this show. It's really weird, right? I don't know if I dreamt it. It was Christmas. It was a very bleak kind of thing. So it was like early 80s. And I remember the kid was like... He was visited by like some aliens or something like that. And I remember like Silent Night was playing or something like that. And he looks out his window and there was some aliens there.
Yeah.
And he lived in like... It was quite a bleak, one of those like block of flats in like London or something like that.
Yeah,
like council flats, and I can't. That's the only thing I remember of it. And I've looked through all these like old English things, like the BBC programs, and there was like not Stop, Look and Listen, is it? But there was like the Learn to Read was bit and all that kind of thing. I just can't remember it. And nothing that I've seen is it. I don't know. I might have dreamt it.
That's strange, mate.
But there's but on that search looking for it, I found quite a few of these programs that you've probably seen, with there was one about an alien kid, forgot the name of that one, and then there was one about a family, aliens that lived with a family, that was a few years later. Again, I don't know the names. Alien in the Family or something.
I used to watch this thing called Silas.
No,
not Sinus. Silas. It was like this little French lad. He was like an orphan, and he used to go around like little French villages. And he was. can't remember exactly. I remember him riding a horse on the beach.
Yeah, I don't know.
And he used to like go around, and he used to just get abused by everybody. And used to feel. I remember him. He used to really touch me.
Yeah.
I was only about probably 7 or 8 at the time. I could relate to it. Maybe I don't know.
Why going around on a horse?
I don't know. Just sort of going around these different little villages,
Littlest oboe.
Like a little oboe. Do you know what I mean? But
maybe tomorrow I'll try to settle down.
Oh, what a beautiful voice, mate! My God, Stu! My God, Stu! You got the voice of an angel.
Don't get too gay.
No. I'll tell you what. Do you know when you talk about flats? I always remember the joke with Harry Hill, and he goes, and he goes, what am I? And he pulls out like an empty medicine packet, and he's, what am I? He goes, and he goes, I'm an intercom system for a block of flats.
Yeah. Pratt. I I was on a ferry. Where was I coming back from? I think it might have been coming back from Dublin to Anglesey, and there was like a TV room, and they were playing the Harry Hill movie, right? And people were
movie.
Yeah, and people were actually walking out of it like with faces just like someone had died. It was just like they've not only wasted half an hour of their life. It was just so dreadful that it's upset them so much.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
I didn't even know he did a movie. I can't imagine it got many awards. can't imagine it got any global.
No, I think it was totally shit, and I think since then he's just kind of dropped off the face of the earth.
Yeah, because he did that. Well, a lot of people like from other countries would realise, but he did that thing. What was it like? You Being Framed.
I liked him in that. I thought he was good in You Being Framed.
I think, but he was better than the big lit lass. There was there was a big lass that used to like present it.
Oh no, he was better than her.
Yeah. I think he's quite good at ad-libbing, isn't he?
Yeah, but it's the way like he used the people that were getting into these precarious situations, and he'd say, "Oh look, there's so and so that we'd all know off the telly." Like he'd put celebrities in, you know, even if there was just a little bit of like tenuous links, even if it looked a little bit like them.
Yeah. But I think he's very retro in a lot of ways, like old school, a little bit old school sort of.
No, Harry Hill, he is with his colours.
Yeah,
I like his colour. I think that might come back in fashion soon.
But he did. Boyzone brought him back, didn't he? Boyzone, they had massive collars.
Oh.
Maybe rips it off them a little bit.
Look, who's this guy that I'm trying to think of? He's lanky. He's got a London accent. He was a presenter. He's so famous. He's got a podcast. He's into like he was. You know when the election was going on, he was talking about
Jonathan Ross.
Not Jonathan Ross, but you know him and Jonathan Ross.
Russell Brand.
Oh, for Christ's sake, that's him. Yeah, forgot his name, didn't I?
Yeah. He looks a bit like Jesus.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So anyway,
ish.
Yeah, I was.
Or did he look like Jesus? Because Jesus actually came from like Africa or something, didn't he?
Where was Jesus from? Bethlehem, right?
Yeah, but he would have been an Arab.
Or did he go to Bethlehem? So he couldn't have been far away.
He wouldn't be white though, would he?
No. But like, you know.
But then
so what? Middle Eastern.
Jerusalem.
I don't really care about like colours and stuff like that. To be fair.
No.
Like, you know, because I dress up as the Rasta guy, and I'm like, you know, I'm not out to offend anybody by it. I just like the character. You know.
Actually, no, it's funny. I was listening to a conversation about how crazy people can be about this cultural sort of thing, and they were saying that like apparently certain people are getting offended about girls wearing big hoops in their ears.
Oh, it's pathetic now.
Or the other one is the dreadlocks. Apparently, like if you've got dreadlocks, it's set for one culture. But Vikings had dreadlocks.
Yeah, just because they didn't brush their hair.
Do you know what I mean? Vikings had dreadlocks, and I try to think who else had dreadlocks. Probably, I don't know. If I didn't wash my hair, well, I ain't got no hair actually. But if I did have hair and I didn't wash it, it'd turn into.
It's pathetic. But you know what? The most dangerous thing is people are giving them an audience through the media, like. And it could be the mainstream media, it could be alternative media. But what's happening is they know that it'll get people riled up, and people argue about the stupidest things. If you look at any news now, if you follow like the BBC on Facebook, some of the articles that come out are just there to incite arguments. They're pathetic.
Yeah.
It's not news at all. It's ridiculous, and they're all doing it. They're all doing it because on Facebook I follow quite a few different sides, and what I noticed is it's really binary now. You've got like it's left against right, and you've got like in America you've got Fox News, which is on the right, and they come, you know, and their biggest thing was kneeling for the flag. I mean, bloody hell, what you're reporting on things that are offending people when really what's going on is you've got these maniacs that are actually wanting to blow other countries up.
Yeah.
That's the news. It's like, what's more newsworthy? Someone got offended or someone got killed?
Yeah.
You know? So why are you telling us about this? So the news has become entertainment, but the entertainment is interactive because it's getting us to argue amongst ourselves about stuff. You know, I don't want to take part in it. Sometimes I do find that I'm, you know, like you read through LBC, there's one. They do have good discussions on there sometimes, the radio station, you know, but you're looking through and it's the same old arguments, but you end up like reading the threads and you think, what am I doing this for? This is the same crap that I've been reading for for years. You know, like with the Brexit thing and all that kind of thing.
I think there's two groups in the world now. Obviously, you got your right wing, haven't you? But the left wing now, they've become so like big. They're a really big group, aren't they? But very like sort of like
the splinters.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And like because they're like these people haven't really got. I'm not attacking the right wing and I'm not attacking the left. I'm in the middle. But they kind of like, you know what I mean? They're trying to get one big opinion across. But it doesn't actually. All it does is just creates this one big massive power thing. It's like kind of like, I suppose it's a bit like what sort of happened with the. If you talk about things like the neo-Nazis, you know what I mean? Germany, do you know what I mean? You had all these little when Hitler became into power, for example. You had one of the things was you had all the soldiers apparently that like First World War soldiers weren't getting all the like what they thought they were supposed to be getting. So you had this faction, you had another faction that weren't like getting like their share of what they thought they were in the community, you know, and then you got your other factions as well, the other side which are like kind of a bit like like they were a bit like maybe like the Jews were like say the left wing, and you had the right wing, but the right wing were like loads of like divisions within that group. Suddenly all came together and we're like, oh man, you know, I mean, massive power thing, right? We'll push the, we'll do what we're going to do, and they cause these massive atrocities. I'm not saying that's going to happen with the left wings, you know, left wing people, but like, because you've got this massive group and they don't really have any sort of like, I don't know, it's all a bit fractured. They can't kind of decide what they really want. But they're kind of like, I'm against anything that's, do you know what I mean? You know, like anything, like, you can't say this because you're offended, you're going to offend this group of people. But this is the thing, it's
like that argument about, you know, you're going to offend this and all that kind of thing and all this, like the transgender thing, the gay marriage and stuff. It's like, for me, this is why I became more libertarian. It's like, personal choice. If it doesn't affect me, then I don't care. You know, go for it. But the government shouldn't impose rights on stopping people from living their life if it doesn't hurt anybody else. It's quite simple, really. So they come up with these like books of legality all the time about you can't do this, you can't do that. What's it all about?
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? It's very limited, isn't it? Like, you know, like with kind of like, I think it's a very small-sighted view. You know, I think they're from, you know, what lot lefty sort of people look at. I think they kind of don't really see the full picture. I think the government kind of do that. They manipulate massively.
Right,
do you know what I mean?
You know, it's people on both sides. It doesn't even matter. They don't have to take a stance. People are ignorant in their certain right, and then there are people like looking to be illuminated. You know, from either side. If you're in the discussions, good, great. If you can learn something, that's the people that it's worth talking to. But the people have already made up their minds, and it's a very narrow view. It seems to be those people are the ones that are shouting loudest on the internet, you know?
Yeah.
And the fringe people, the news now, like, it appeals to the fringe. So the normal people who you talk to in the street or down the pub or whatever, that just get on with their lives, they probably have, you know, views that might go one way or the other, but they're quite diluted. They're not as
not
fanatic,
extreme, are they?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Extreme. But you always get these extreme nutters on the internet. But we're all on the internet, so we're all reading them, and we feel like we have to take sides, and we don't.
Yeah. So
just leave it.
Yeah.
There's better things to do.
Yeah.
In which case, I've actually got to go and get my little one from Stagecoach.
Well, this is it's only a short.
Bloody hell.
You better go, mate.
Yeah, I better go.
Well, this is the end of our podcast.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Rich. And
we'll do another one soon.
We'll do it again. And thanks for the chai latte.
And next time we'll do a live one.
Yeah, when you figure it out. Ooh, can't stand up.
Ciao for now.